Blogger. Blogger is a blog publishing service that allows multi-user blogs with timestamped entries. I use this free platform to record all of my research and planning for my 3 different products. I was able to separate these into different pages for the trailer, poster and magazine, making it easy to start any process I made during the stages of the course. It was also very simple to edit any pages or posts that needed to be, making Blogger a quick and very useful piece of technology to use. Google. During my research for all my 3 products, Google was my main source in order to gain information and help expand my knowledge on such things as the horror genre, theorists, and any conventions for the 3 products I wished to use, challenge, or develop. This made the pre-production stage of my course much simpler and easier. YouTube. I once again used YouTube during the pre-production stage of the course in order to search for existing horror trailers to help me gain extra knowledge. In doing this, I was able to pick up on specific micro features that are part of the horror genre and would help me to make my trailer more professional but add tension and suspense. I also use this when creating my magazine and film poster. I did so by researching how-to tutorials from the program Photoshop CS6, as my knowledge was limited at the start of the course. This meant that I was quickly able to advance my skills. As well as for research, I also use YouTube to upload the first draft of my trailer and the final draft as well. This was useful to me as it was a way for the audience to watch my trailer and give me constructive criticism. YouTube Converter. This is a free website where you can convert YouTube videos into a music file and download them quickly. For my trailer, I gained permission from YouTube accounts to use their music to help add effect to my trailer. I then used the website to download the file by copying the URL of the video. I used the website FluterBiz in order to do this. This technology was quick and very simple to use. iPhone. I use this technology to record the footage that I incorporated into my horror trailer, and I also used it to take the images that we used for my poster and magazine. I kept my iPhone on a manual setting throughout filming as we wanted the effect of a handheld shaking camera to show point of view shots and self-recording which fitted in with the narrative of our trailer. It was therefore easy to use an iPhone as it is small and compact but still records great quality footage that still looks professional. Premiere Pro CS6. I use this software in order to create my trailer. I was able to combine all of my footage into one trailer and add transitions and specific sounds along the way. The main thing I learned and used in this software was adding a range of sound files and being able to blend them together at different stages. We had 2 main soundtracks and a range of special effect noises to build tension and scare the audience. We had to learn how to unlink the sound from the video and carefully replace it with the soundtrack before adding the specific effects and making them louder. Premiere Pro is software that uses professional tools to help create a professional product. It was also simple enough to use once you had learned the basics. Photoshop CS6. I used Photoshop in order to create my poster and magazine. I had never used Photoshop before, so I needed to learn the basics, and this was where the YouTube tutorials came in handy. After learning the basics, it became clear that I needed to widen my knowledge of the software even more for the products to be at a professional standard. From this, I was able to make my non-edited photos fit in well with the horror genre, making them look eerie and unnatural to its audience. As I was using the mask for the main feature of both my ancillary products, I wanted to add cracks and blood to create an effect. This was for the image from my poster initially. I added cracks and blood, which I had learnt from a tutorial and adjusted with the brightness and contrast. This shows how useful this software is to create professional products that can fit in with my horror genre. Facebook. I use the social networking site of Facebook to receive feedback from my target audience, which is of people aged 15 or over due to the rating of our trailer. Using this technology meant it was quick and easy to post my products and immediately receive constructive criticism on what I needed to improve for all of my products. I then used this information towards one of my evaluation questions. Prezi. I used Prezi for one of my evaluation questions. I used this website to create a more interesting way to present my work. Instead of simply using massive chunks of text, I used multimedia to create my evaluation and make it more interesting and appealing to the audience. I was able to add images, stickers, videos and sound to my presentation, and along with built-in transitions, this made the presentation much more fun to watch and read. I placed my evaluation in a certain order to create a sense of journey throughout, showing my progress along the way. This technology was simple and easy to use. Powtoon. I once again used this technology to answer another evaluation question. This is similar to a PowerPoint, but instead creates a fun movie for the audience to watch. Powtoon also allowed me to add the essential of text and images to show my progression of work, but also add animations and sound to make it more fun. I was also able to add transitions in between each slide. However, this was a downside as it took a lot of my time adding in every piece I wanted, but once this was done, it became an enjoyable piece of technology to use. SlideShare. This technology was the easiest program to use when presenting my evaluation question. It was also very quick to add text into each slide. However, this was probably the most basic software I used throughout my course, but became useful when wanting to effectively upload my SlideShare to Blogger quickly.